Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm here today with an updated review, and it's one that I really want to share with you because I have been pleasantly surprised and I really wanted to make sure all of you are aware of this bag. So if you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Emily and I love handbags. So I do updated reviews, I do comparisons, I do unboxings, but I also love travel, luxury, and fashion. So you'll see all of those in my channel. Definitely consider subscribing if you're interested in any or all of those things. Like I said, if you've been here before, you will know that I have unboxed this little cutie I think a couple months ago, like maybe a little bit more than a couple months ago. And the first one that I unboxed is not this one. If you're interested to see what I first unboxed and then even watch this unboxing, definitely go watch those videos, which I'll link below. But after the first one not working out so well for me, I landed this one and it has been a dream since. And I have been so surprised, so pleasantly surprised, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. I generally like to do my updated reviews after using it for at least 2 months, just so that I have a good idea of the wear and tear, of how I like to use it, pros and cons and everything. I also like to try to incorporate some of the questions that you've asked me and then kind of combine it all here. So on my Instagram, I already posted a ton of photos with this bag. If you don't follow me there currently, it's at Clutch to Carry All, so definitely go check it out there. But I've been wearing this with so many different outfits. I've worn this, you know, on my trip to Maui where I hiked into the waterfall with it, and I got soaked, of course, and so did this bag, but I'll bring it up closer later as I go through this review to show you that, spoiler alert, it's fine. So to go into some of the basics of this bag, this is called the Octavio, and it's by the brand Marie de la Roche, or Maison de la Roche. And so a lot of the times you'll see it says MDLR for short, but it is a very unique bag. First off, very unique bag. This is one of her many designs. I chose this one because of its unique shape, size, and versatility. So I guess that's what I'll go into first, is the features of this bag. As you can see, this bag does have a top closure flap here. It's a little pebbled material, but you can see that it's the same type of material all throughout. This is her logo, very subtle. There's not really much logoing or branding besides that, which is gonna sit on your back. This is the front of the bag, and you can see that it has these really cool looking designs. It's unique, but it's subtle, which is something I really like. To open this bag, as you can see, to get inside this big compartment, you just lift like that. So easy. You see that? Lift. And it's a magnetic closure. It has magnets on this side, the middle right here, and then on this side. So it's very secure, but it's not difficult to open. So I really like this feature, and I'll talk more about it later. There's also a top handle strap, which is removable. As you can see, there are clasps there. Currently, I have one of the long straps attached on either side. So right now, I don't know if you can see, one side is through this loop. You can adjust it with these holes right here. And then they have 3 loop straps so that the end doesn't go flapping everywhere. And on the other side, it's a lobster clasp. And the reason for that is because it comes with 2 of these, and you can actually wear it as a backpack. So if I unclipped it from up here and I clipped it down here, now you can see how I can wear this as a backpack, which is what I did when I went hiking. I won't put the other strap on this bag because just to save time, and you can see it just does the same thing. You just do it both ways. And there are different ways, obviously, that you can wear it. You can clip it however you want. You can combine the 2 straps and make it very long. You can wear it crossbody. This one, I've been wearing it on the shoulder. But if I made it longer, it will sit a little bit like longer here, which will be very helpful if you're taller. So that is the construction of the bag. As you can see, it is a very sleek, but it's very unique. Oh, and it has 4 feet. Look at that. And it hasn't done no scuffing at all. And while I have you up here, you can already see that there is not much scuffing, or there's no scuffing. I shouldn't say there's not much. There's no scuffing, no color transfer, and definitely no rippling from the water. There we are. All right, so let's bring it back out. I hope that close-up was helpful for you because as you can see, the wear and tear is practically zero. I did bring this on a lot of my errand running on the weekends. I brought it, like I said already, to Maui when I went hiking, but also to a lot of other things that I did while I was there. And I'll probably bring it on my next trip, my road trip. So this one is great for so many things, and because it's so versatile and how you can wear it, it just makes it so much more usable. Okay, so now let me just tell you the dimensions of this bag, and I can also go into what can fit in here. While this bag is fairly like rectangular, as you can see tall wise, I'll try to measure as best as I can because there are some areas where it is a little bit bigger. So across the front, it's about 5.75 inches. The depth is definitely a little bit more towards the base of this bag, and it's just a little over 3 inches. It's probably about 3 inches. And the height of this bag, the height to the very top of this, you see how there's a gap? I'm gonna measure to even beyond the gap, and it's 9 inches. So it is a fairly roomy bag, and it is actually not that heavy though. And for how small it looks right here, which I don't know if my hand for reference, it can actually fit a lot. So that's what I'm gonna go into next, is what can fit inside. All right, so the first thing I wanna show you is my iPad mini. This one, I have it with a case as well, but otherwise it's like one of those thin cases, not like a whole huge bulky one, but ta-da! It fits perfectly. I'm so excited about this. So when I was in Maui, I don't know if you can see, it's like a perfect fit. You see, it's flush against the top of this bag, and it just slides to the back right there. Also, another thing I really love about what fits is my phone. This is the Pixel 5. So there is a pocket in the front. There's also a pocket in the back right there. And I can show you, it fits both like perfectly flush. I will put it in the front because that's usually actually where I put my phone if I were to put my phone in here. Right there. Look at that. It fits perfectly, and then you can still fit tons of other stuff in here. I also have a water bottle. This is a Safeway Select. I'm assuming Arrowhead would probably fit in here. Crystal Geyser would fit in here. So you cannot fit it with the iPad, but if I were to remove the iPad for a sec, you can see that it fits, again, perfectly in there. So flush, perfect. This one is a 16.9 fluid ounce or 500 ml of water. So you can see that it fits perfectly in there. Again, you cannot put the iPad and the water bottle in there, at least not this size. So you have to make a choice. But I also feel a little bit nervous putting water and my electronics like that together. So I don't know if I would have ever done it myself. So I just want to point that out there, but it does fit perfectly. Okay, actually, I took my phone out, so you can see the phone's it's not here anymore. And in that case, you can fit your water bottle and your iPad in here. Can I put my phone? Oh yeah, you can. Okay, so you just have to put your phone not in the front pocket there. You just need to put off to the side. So you could fit all three things. And just so you could see, it does close. You see that? So it does close. Oh, and here's the thing. So if I turned it upside down right now, do you see it? The magnets are strong enough to hold it where, I think if I shook it, okay, it's strong enough to hold. I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying if for some reason your bag gets turned and you have stuff in it, the magnet is strong enough to hold that, but it's also light enough where you can just do this without ripping the bag and damaging the leather. A lot of the times a very strong magnet will hurt the leather because when you pull, you have to like sort of twist the leather in order to break that magnet. But here you can literally slide a finger underneath and you can just pop it up like that and it closes without anything in it. If you ever need to close a bag, and some of you might know about this, if it's empty, it's hard to push in a push lock to close because you need something sort of on the back to hold it out to actually make the clasp lock. Here, because it's a invisible magnet, you don't need to do that. You just like let it go and it closes on its own, which is amazing. And like I said, it's strong enough on its own as well to not have anything fall out. And like right now I have the water bottle, I have my phone, my iPad, like all in there. So it's actually quite heavy, but it still hasn't fallen out. Amazing. So I'm gonna take out the water bottle. And I guess I can keep my phone in there, but I wanted to show you what other common things I get asked and whether it fits. So I have a mini pochette here. This one is the Christmas one, but it's the same size. So that fits perfectly, like that slipped. But you can also turn it, can you turn it sideways? You can turn it sideways, but it's very snug, but you can fit it in there. I have a long wallet from Louis Vuitton. This is the Emily wallet, and it's getting very snug in here, but let's see if I could. So as you can see, it does fit perfectly. It's standing straight. It won't go this way, obviously, but it can stand up straight like that. So you can see I have the pochette kind of in the front of it, and then the iPad and my phone. So it can fit a lot. So you can put a lot more other things like chapsticks down here, hand sanitizer, I don't know what else. My keys can fit in there really easily. Actually, sometimes I put my keys in my mini pochette anyway, so chapstick, mini pochette would all have gone in there. But yes, it is a very nice sized bag, and surprisingly can fit a ton of stuff that mostly a lot of my more mini size bags cannot fit the iPad, and a lot of them can also not fit a water bottle. So I just wanted to show that, because in terms of mini bags, this one packs a punch. So I've gone through the close-ups, I've gone through how you can wear it, the versatility of this bag. I also went through the dimensions and then what can fit inside. I know there's a lot of questions on like, oh, can you fit this? So if I missed one of those items, feel free to leave in the comments below and I'll try to answer it. Now I want to go into the pros and cons, because I think it's very important to know what I like and also dislike about it, so that you can make the decision whether you want to purchase this bag. So I'll start with the pros first, because I've just said so much already. This bag is so versatile. Look at, like, you can wear it so many ways. It's so durable. Haven't seen any scratch scuffs. No transfers, no like color transfers. There's no bubbling of this bag, like the leather, after I went down on the waterfall. I know I keep saying this, but I'm just amazed, because this bag was completely soaked. Now I am in close contact with Marie de la Roche herself. She is a handbag fanatic. She's an amazing designer. I also love handbags. I chatted with her, but she has told me that this leather, this particular one, is the pebbled leather, and it is not coated, so it is actually water resistant in the sense that it's water absorbent. So there are other leathers where there's kind of like a glaze over it. You can kind of see the sheen. This one you don't really see it. In that case, that leather is more water repellent, because the water would like fall and then would slide off. This one, it doesn't really slide off. It gets absorbed and then it kind of just dissipates. So at first you might see like, oh no, the water kind of went into the leather, but it's okay. Now that's not to say you should go swimming with it, but that's what this special leather is. Like, it can take the water droplets and it can soak it in and then disperse. So a little cool information there for you. The other thing that I really love about it is that it has 4 feet. So when I stand it up, even though it's a white colored bag, it doesn't get dirty at the bottom, or actually anywhere really. I'm really surprised, because I wear it with clothes like this, like it's dark, I wear it with jeans and no problem. I also love the inside and like what it can fit. I love that I can fit a lot of my smaller essentials without me needing to bring a bigger bag. I also love this closure. I mean, it's just so easy, so nice to open and close and be secured. This bag also holds its shape really well. As you can see, I'm holding it in all angles and it doesn't really fall on itself. It has a special technology, or the skeleton of the bag is very sturdy but soft. So if I could like squeeze it like this, as you can see, it's like if you're under your arm, it's like soft, so that it doesn't like feel like a box, but it's actually very sturdy as well. It can hold up. So, I mean, you don't have to worry about getting an organizer or replacing it like in a year or two because of its shape loss. Finally, I think I do have to point out this is very unique. I love unique bags, because as a handbag fanatic, I do have quite a bit myself, and I have nothing like this in my collection. This is so unique. I've never seen it anywhere. In fact, when I went to Louis Vuitton, like in Maui, even the sales associate was like, what bag is that? And I was like, oh, let me tell you. So I really love it. It's very low key, but it's so special. So if you're looking for a bag that, you know, it's different, not everybody has, I would definitely look into this one. Now for the cons of this bag, there are going to be cons, because I don't think there's such thing as like the perfect bag, but these cons may not apply to you, but I still want to let you know. So the first con is that I did notice some glazing strips. I don't even know what you call it. All right, I think you can kind of see there's one right there. It's very minor, and I think it happens around this ring right here because it doesn't happen anywhere else. I have pointed this out to Marie, and she's checked with the factory that basically said that this batch of bags, when they did the paints, it was a little thinner than usual. And so when they painted over and glazed, they had to apply a couple more coats than usual. So that could be also why. But the fact that I see only happening in this stress point tells me that it is probably likely due to that rubbing a little bit. Again, it's very minor. I see it every so often and I just pick it off. And I have seen this before actually. I've seen it on my Senreve Maestra bag in the Dulce leather, which is very similar to this one. So I wonder if it's like a similar type of situation. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert in like leather making, leather preparation, but so far I have not noticed any issues with that one once like I pulled out the first few. And so I hope that this one also will stop happening once the excess paint has come off. It doesn't really hurt the look of the bag though. I just want to point that out, but I look into things like a lot more like closely. So I think I definitely see it, but if I'm just walking by, there's no way you can see it. But I just wanted to share that information because I did reach out and they did take that advice or that comment, and they said that they'll make these D-rings a little bigger so that the stress point isn't as much on the strap. And I think there's not too many cons, but I do want to point out that the last one that I have on my list is that it is a tall style bag, which means if you have a lot of loose small items, it can fall all to the bottom and be hard to find. For me, it's not that big of a deal because I do use pouches, and so when I put the pouches in, it's easy to just take those out and put them back in, and so everything is where I know it is, like I'm not digging for it. So here's a pair of sunglasses that I have. Normally I just kind of put it in a little dust like soft baggie and just put on top. It sits there, but then that, you see how if I did that, you have to remove everything, and you have to remove that and then get to everything else. But that's the case with a lot of my bags anyway. So besides that, I think if you put everything else in pouches, it'd be very easy to get to. So yeah, that's not a big con for me, but I did want to point that out because this bag is slightly different in its construction. So that's something to look out for. That's my pros and cons. And the last thing I want to talk to you about here is the price and availability. This is available on Marie de la Roche's website, which I will link below. I do have a promo code for you. You can save $75 off of your bag, and you just need to use EMLOVES in the checkout, and yeah, you can save some money. If you do end up using it, I would love to know what you end up getting. I've always loved to know if these codes are helpful. This bag comes in this color, which is called Riz, R-I-S. They also have a lot of different colors. I've unboxed a croc version in whiskey, and there's also a white colored croc version, mock croc, and they're both really nice. Not my style, but if you are into that, they do definitely have it. They have it in, I think, a turquoise color, like a bluish turquoise color. They also have it in an array of colors, which I'll put right here. I love it. I love so many of it, but this one has got to be my favorite. It goes with so many of my outfits. They also have different other styles, which I've not yet played with before. So hopefully in the near future, maybe I will get another one and show you. But in the meantime, this one is called the Octavio, and I will put the prices as well below because they do have a range. It is very good quality. I would highly recommend it. And for full disclosure, I did get this for free, but I will definitely spend my own money on it if I ever lost it. So I just want to be truly transparent out there. If you see my previous video, you would have already known that, but I thought I'd say it here again. Oh, I forgot to mention that there's this little fob tassel, leather tassel. It doesn't do anything, but I think it looks kind of cute because every time I hold this handle, it kind of pops out a little bit. You can remove it, but I thought it's just a cool feature that I never pointed out in case anybody was wondering what is that thing. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any additional questions, definitely leave in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.